Hey, checking in for today. On balance, it's been a pretty positive and productive day. Got a lot more prep and planning work done for the session's delivery for next week. I actually delivered a session this morning, a values workshop for one of my coaching clients for his team, which I'm not really kind of chalking up against a a speaking engagement, but I guess technically that's what it was. It was 90 minutes. It was taking a team through a process and coming up with the kind of team values and the observable behaviors that spin off of that. So, but it's just a really kind of good, fun session to do. Not that they aren't all, but I think mentally I hadn't kind of chalked it up because it was just part of the coaching process. So I kind of have that lumped in as coaching, whereas a lot of the other stuff I'm doing, all the other stuff is speaking, even though they're very kind of similar. Anyway, then this afternoon, after a couple of other coaching calls, I had a briefing call with the client that I'm working with next week. Really good. I mean, I've already kind of got a pretty good handle on what I'm going to be delivering, but just a really good, fun team. There's about 9 of them on the call, including 2 from the agency that are putting the whole event together. Really useful to get a much better feel of what the whole event's about, what's going to be going before my bit, and what's going to be coming straight after. I put a little video together for them as requested because they wanted to send that out today, and that seemed to have just literally 2 minutes, introducing myself, the session, what the takeaways are going to be, what we're going to be doing, um, and and the general impression was, or the general feedback was, that they really liked the video and they're really excited for the session as well. So just kind of felt like this is a great fit. I'm really looking forward to working with them. And who knows, maybe there are some other opportunities further on down the line to work with them and or the agency as well. So yeah, I'm just kind of feeling really relaxed about that. And then I had an email back from one of I'm waiting to hear back on 2 proposals, and the one came through. This is the one that um, the inquiry had been like, what can you do for kind of low cost? On the briefing call or on the kind of inquiry call that we had, transpired there's probably a decent chunk of budget, but they're also looking at 2 or 3 other potential providers as well. So I put my proposal in, and they came back today and said, sorry, it's a no. We've decided that we're going to go with one of the other providers who it just seemed to be a better fit for this particular piece of work. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Of course, I'm okay with that. Like, why wouldn't I be? I'm disappointed not to have got it, but at the same time, it's like I didn't have anything a week ago. I don't have anything now, so I haven't lost anything. A little bit of time and effort maybe to have the call and to put the proposal together, but I proposed my very best work at a decent price or fee point, and it wasn't the right fit, and that's absolutely fine because I know that it will be the right fit for other companies. So I feel like I'm much further on down that road now. It's just, and I always come back to something that my friend Jerry Duffy said once, probably about 2 or 3 years ago. He said, when we're talking about fees, he said, look, you'll get 3 calls in the same day. One will say, that's far too expensive. One will say, that's really cheap. And one will say, yeah, that's about what we were expecting to pay. So it's not about the fee. It's always about the fit, the client, and whether it's in line with their expectations. So when someone comes back and says to me, that it's just not the right fit, then I'm okay with that, because if it's not the right fit and there's a better fit, then why would they go with something they didn't think was the right fit, i.e. me in that case? So, but I'm also not taking that to mean that, well, obviously I'm not going to get any more work. Obviously the other proposal's not going to come back. It's got no bearing at all on the other proposal. So I've just got to wait and see for that one as well. And even if that one comes back as a no, I still feel like I've really learned a lot going through this process, and actually creating something, creating a framework, creating a whole program around leadership rather than just the delivery of the content, which is what I primarily do. So quite reflective there, and I think possibly if that had come on the end of a really tough day with lots of other things going wrong, maybe I'd feel differently about it, but it didn't. It came off the back of a good day. So I'm happy enough. Can't win them all. Anyway, that's my check-in for the day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and check back in again tomorrow for another daily update. Bye for now.